Okay, so now what we have is that we are able to read the API. But if we click on any one of this movie title, we can see every description of that movie. Just like in the Postman, when we send, let's say that if I want the every detail of movie one, and if I'm sending a get request, and if I'm sending this, I'll get a complete description of that movie. So this is our URL that we'll be using. So this is our endpoint that we'll be using. And how to do that is that what I was thinking is that in the let's put an on click method on the h2 tag that we have created, and in the on click we will make a function. Okay, so that function will call the parent function with that movie, and in the parent function where we have this list of all these movies, we will print the detail. I know it sounds too complicated, let me just simplify it for you. Okay, so let's see, we have a parent and we have a child. In the parent component we have the entire database. That is the when I'm talking about the parent component, I'm talking about, okay, so when you're talking about the parent component, I'm talking about app.js, because app.js is the one who is calling the movie list. So movie list is the child component. So in the child, when we are rendering the each and every movie title, that is, I'm talking about movie list, when I'm iterating through this loop or this mapping function, we will create an on click method. So let's name it on click, and let's call the function, or let's name it as this dot movie click. Okay, let's name it movie click, and we need to pass the movie that is like that we are using. So let's say we are passing x. Okay, so that x stands for the movie. And here if we want to define that function, we cannot define like movie click and let's just just a minute. Okay, and let's just start writing. It's not like that. We need to make an arrow function, as well as we need to define that it's a button. So if you have movie arrow function, there is a event, and then we can, like, sorry for this, there is an arrow function, there is arrow function, and then if we come here and if we write console.log x dot title, or instead of x dot title, let's just write x. Okay, so if we are there and if we are, let's say, open our like the console. Okay, and if we are clicking on any one of this, it's not happening right now. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I think we made some mistake. uh okay, sorry. Okay, so now if we click on any one of them, we get the entire detail of that movie. Let's say I'm clicking on Three Idiots, so we get the detail of every movie, including the ID, title, genre, description, and the stars that we have given. Okay, so that's it. We have something on click. So now what we are thinking is that we do not have the database of the movie here. Okay, we do not have it. So what we can do is that, why not create a new component which has something relating to, just a minute. Okay, so which gives a detail. So it's like movie detail. Okay, movie detail.js. Let's just define the class for it. Okay, and here movie detail. That's it. So now what we are thinking is that I want to pass this movie from one child to another child. Now, how to pass this? We can only pass something from one child to another by iterating or interacting with the parent. So, in this case, why not just make something as, let's just make a new function over here and name this function as this dot movie click. And as I told that we need to maintain an arrow function for this. Okay, so just a minute. Movie click, we will have some data. So movie, and there is no event or something, so there is nothing like this over here. And in this we will have the movie click. We can do anything over here because this thing will have the access to this state. Okay, so what we are passing is that in the movie, when we are calling this movie list function, we will just use like a movie click, and we will pass this function that we just created, this dot movie click. Okay, so now the movie list will have access to it. So this dot props dot, oh sorry, this dot props dot movie click, and we can pass the x, or that is the object that we had. So in one child, from the child class, we are calling something of the parent class. So now if we make something over here, sorry, console.log movie, and see whether this thing is working fine or not. Okay, so if we are clicking on any one of the movie, we are still getting the log. That means now we are able to pass the data from child to parent. Now the only thing that we need to do is that we need to call the movie detail component as soon as anything is being clicked. So how can we make that thing is that let's just visualize. Okay, we needed to call movie detail as soon as any one of the movie list component is being clicked. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, so we to do that, what we are thinking is that okay, I think we got it. We what we need to do is that first of all we need to import the movie detail that we just created from components movie detail. So once this is done, we can okay. What's the problem? What's the problem? I'm not expecting movie. Okay, that's not a problem. In the movie list, if I am calling movie detail, okay, there you go. We need to pass something here as well. So what to pass? To pass that, what we are thinking is that now here we have the movie, which is the selected movie. So why not make a new function of selected movie. Initially its value would be null. However, here we would change the function of selected movie, and as I just told that if you want to change something from state, what you can do is this dot set state curly brackets selected movie, you have to change it with the current movie. Okay, so there you go. You have now replaced the selected movie with the current movie. And now if you are here, now when do I need to call the movie detail? When I have something apart from null in the selected movie. So how to do that? For doing that, we will use a ternary operator. In this, what we are specifying is this dot state dot selected movie question mark and null. So now if we have something, then only we need to call this. If we do not have anything, then we need to do nothing. Okay, so that's how we will work. Okay, just a minute. We need to have a like thing as well. Thing comma. Okay, yeah, it's working fine. Okay, so we have something in which, okay, so now in the movie detail, let's just, for now, let's just name it as h2 movie details. Okay, so currently there was nothing in the selected movie, therefore nothing is happening. But now if we click on any one of this, the movie detail component is being rendered. Why? Because if we are clicking in something, it will come to this state of movie click and it will update the value of selected movie. As soon as the value of selected movie is being updated, it will come here again and then it will render the movie detail component. Okay, so now we have something in the movie detail. Let's just do that. Okay, so we don't want like this. We want this to be more here, so that when if you are clicking on any one of those, this is the part where we should render everything. It's a quick styling. We will do this in the app.cs. There are certain things I want to remove. First of all, let's say this, we don't need this, we don't need this. Okay, we don't need this part as well, we don't need this. Okay, that's it. Majority of things we deleted. There is no specific indication of this, so we will delete that as well. In the app.js, why not just remove this header part? Okay, I think this thing will work as it is, nothing changed. Yeah. Okay, so now in here, what if we just a minute. What if we change this class name as, let's name it as difference. I don't know why I'm naming this, but it's okay though. In this difference layout, let's name it as grid. And just a minute, I've already done the styling though. So display grid, and I want something. Let's say for this. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So now, when we have something like this, when we are clicking on any one of those, we get the movie details here. We will render all this part. I know it's not looking so good, but this is just a styling part. Okay, it will be like it will be done. First of all, this header needs to be above. Okay, okay, now it's cool. So now we click any one of this, we have the movie details. But the thing is that it's too very near to each other. So for that, what we are doing is that I don't know how much time it's. Oh, it's already 11 minutes. We need to stop this boy. Okay, I'm just doing a little bit of styling. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm removing the flex part. Okay, and okay, now it's something cool. Now it's cool. Just a minute. Okay, 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 okay. That's cool. Okay, we are removing the flex part and we remove the certain things so that they both are like apart from each other, I must say. So that let's just refresh this page. So when I'm clicking on one of this, the movie details page gets active. Okay, and okay, this is now in the next part we will show you, like I'll show you how you can render the various components on clicking on this extract. Apart from this movie details, how to like display its components. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting, so stay tuned. Bye.